That's better.
Hell yeah. All right. We have new folks. Hello.
You did things. You did the magic, and you made it work somehow.
Yeah, stage. Hey, look. We're live. We all made it. Wow.
Kipp is multitasking, and we're doing.
I am multitasking, but I am here now. How is everyone?
It's all right. We're surviving anyway, and we'd like to keep Helen surviving. To this, I'll keep the tradition going. For anybody, anybody who somehow doesn't know who you two are, would you tell us who you are and where they can find your stuff?
Go ahead, Kipp.
There we go. I'm Kipp Davis. I'm a biblical scholar and a specialist in early Judaism and the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I make content on YouTube, and I sometimes try like insanely stupid things, like simulcasting my stream with somebody else's stream. But I'm here now. We're here now. I have over on my side still over 80 people watching, which is pretty cool. So there's a whole bunch of people checking this out. I talk a lot about the Bible, and I talk a lot about the Dead Sea Scrolls, and as a result of that, I end up confronting like bad Christian apologetics is something that I do on a regular basis, just because if you don't already know, Christian apologists really suck at reading the Bible. And as we've been discovering today on my show, something that Christian apologists also, in their never-ending mission of suckitude, they also suck at understanding the concept of the afterlife in the Hebrew Bible, which has led to an unhistorical, inappropriate sense of where this doctrine of hell comes from. All right, I'm done now.
And now I will shut up and we'll hear from the Bowtie Man.
Oh, well, I appreciate you having me on. I thought it was interesting that Kipp said bad Christian apologetics, because seems like that would mean that there's good
is that a
Christian apologetics. I don't.
It's kind of a repeated term, isn't it? Well,
little redundant. Yep.
But I am Megan Lewis's husband, Joshua Bowen. So Megan is obviously Bart Ehrman's podcast host. So now that's how I am known. But I am an Assyriologist. I got my PhD from Johns Hopkins, and I do a lot of counter-apologetic stuff as well here online, often with Kipp. And we are actually currently putting a script together to respond to a great Christian apologist named Paul Copan on slavery and divine commands of violence and genocide in the Hebrew Bible. So should be great. But I appreciate you having us on.
Fun things. So I understand you two like to do 9-hour shows. Is that right?
9 hours.
9 hours. Yeah. So that,
well played.
Very nice. The actual story behind that is that we did like 9 hours of recording.
See, now you're saying it like him. Did you hear that, Kipp?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know it does happen. So, but anyways, we did 9 hours of recording over several days. I think it amounted to what, like 3 hours in total, maybe 4 of actual content.
He's never wrong in his assertions.
He's
so
a
it sort of
polymath.
balances things out.
Have you heard about that? Yes.
A polymath.
It's not just
that's
one
what we've
math.
been told.
It's many maths. Is that legal in his state, I wonder?
I think as long as the ghosts don't wear shoes while he's being a polymath, I think.
It's
There's got to be a loophole around it.
There does have to be. Well, I mean, I have learned one thing, that if you happen to see a ghost in a saloon, you're likely to see him with the cowboy hat, and then maybe you'll see boots. I don't know. It's very confusing. It's very unclear.
The rules. So for anybody who doesn't know, it's this. What the hell is the guy's name?
The now disgraced Egyptologist. I'm pretty sure that's what he's called.
Yes, that he doesn't need a name. Disgraced Egyptologist. He's a frequent feature. I know your audience knows, but my people may have no fucking idea. He comes up from time to time when Kipp does review streams. It's not all Bible reading, folks, but the Bible reading you should tune in for too, because you find some interesting nuggets in that.
There was a hypothesis in the chat. It says, I'm assuming the polymath loophole is that math has multiplication.
Oh,
Smart.
that,
I don't know. I cannot even do one math.
maybe that's it. Wow.
Indeed.
You know, I'm famously good at math.
I've heard that rumor. The dinosaur said so.
We've established that actually on Dapper Dinosaur's show. I've had the opportunity to demonstrate it a few times there. I actually performed math in my book, my most recent book. I think I don't know if Josh has any
it looked
math
like
in
a book. I don't think I believe you though.
You write books? Are you
from
sure?
good authorities that Dr. Kipp Davis has written no books.
No books.
I know this is a nasty rumor going around that I've written no books, but I've actually written 5 books. And this one is the latest one and the only affordable one. All of Josh's books are affordable, and he keeps writing them like every few weeks. It seems.
Oh my gosh.
He's written something
Can't make
new.
the interns do it.
So yeah, but
Yeah,
no math
we do.
in Josh's books, none at all. I don't think.
I can't do math, not even one.
Yeah, same. Not even half.
That's fair. I suppose. So oh wow.
I had to check my figures several times before publication.
It's true. Although I do appreciate you speed running the audiobook so that we could get it by Christmas, and now here we are, like nearly 2 months in, and I'm not even to chapter 6. I'm very bad at my job, but I appreciate you trying so hard to get it out faster.
Josh is he's much smarter than I am. Because he did not choose to narrate and edit his own audiobooks and just
yes.
he just
Now I can agree.
contracted that
In
out
this
to,
respect, I
to
am much smarter. That is true.
the sexy voice of Seth Andrews to sell the book for him. So, man,
Yeah.
you know what?
That's a wise choice.
Popularity, I suppose.
It's a good choice, right? I cried many times over the several months that I was working on the audiobook. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is also true.
Josh, you also are an author of numerous books, as has been mentioned. Most of us are familiar with the Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament, volumes 1 and 2. Of course, you literally wrote the book under the Old Testament, endorsed slavery. But what do you think is like your favorite book that you've done?
Yeah, I honestly at this point, the new one, the Learn to Read Ancient Hebrew, that one, I think, I mean, it's something that I've wanted to write for, God, I mean, I guess since I was teaching Hebrew in grad school. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun, and of course, it led into volumes 2 and 3, which are also done for the most part. Kipp's been teaching from them. But then that led me into writing the 3 volumes of Learn to Read Ancient Akkadian. So that one is volume 1. Megan just finished her read through of it and sent it off to our editor. So that should be coming out, I would think, in the next couple of months. So But yeah, I enjoy writing those learn to read books because we wrote the Learn to Read Ancient Sumerian together, I don't know, back in 2018, I guess. And that one was very popular.
I definitely
Yes.
need to check that one out. I love Sumerian myths. That's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think the reason that I like them so much is, and Kipp, please disagree with me if you think this is incorrect, but I feel like the goal is to take very complex linguistic issues and concepts and distill them down in such a way that somebody who has never taken a foreign language course can like pick it up and read it. So like we've had a lot of people learn Sumerian using that book. In fact, I think I have to check the numbers, I guess, and since my math isn't so great, I might be wrong when I check it, but it I think the Sumerian books are our best sellers of all the books that I've written.
No kidding, eh?
It's pretty cool.
That's really neat. Now, I do have another burning question. Of course, I've spoken with both of you at different times. It's been a couple of years, Dr. Josh, but still, I haven't had you together, and you two are kind of an infamous duo, to the point that Kipp actually passed along your invitation for the stream. How did you two find each other?
Well, that's a good question.
I don't remember.
I think I emailed Josh and Megan years and years ago. Maybe I emailed Megan, which is why you wouldn't have remembered.
It's not the MS that keeps me from not remembering.
Yeah, it was just the Digital Hammurabi email, right? And it was after. So I was watching Josh and Megan on YouTube for a while before I started making my own public content. I started the YouTube channel as a place to upload like video lectures for my students when I did the directed studies for courses that I was teaching. And then when I ventured into making a couple of my own videos, I was like, and I was an admirer, and pretty sure I sent an email and said, "Hey, I'm a big fan, and I made this video, and I mentioned you and your stuff, and I probably taken." And so, "Oh, wow, that's very nice." But then Josh and I met for the first time, actually on a panel at Myth Vision years back.
Man, I don't
And
remember
then,
any of that.
Really? I'm
I'd say-
not at all surprised. I'm not surprised.
Shut up. The first memory that I have of you was looking at your CV and going, "Holy
Really?
shit!" Yeah, because I was like, "Oh my god, Megan! Like, I know this guy."
Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Very
So
kind.
no, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Capture
And then
like a Pokemon.
I don't know.
If people haven't seen Kipp's CV, like, pick it up. It's pretty impressive.
It hasn't been updated in a little while,
And
but,
it's still impressive, even in its non-updated form.
I'm blushing behind the hair here. Like we started chatting quite a bit on the phone and tracking some of the stuff together on YouTube, and then we made a video response together to Michael Jones. Was like the first thing Josh and I properly did together.
Oh
And,
no, that wasn't the. Was that the one that I apologized for?
Yes. It made him. I swear it made him cry. I think it made him cry.
I felt so awful about that. Do y'all remember that? It was what was it about? I don't even remember. Was it a Pentateuch?
Later, he was responding to it was about Genesis, right? Like it was stories in Genesis compared to ancient Near Eastern myths.
Oh.
And
I
he was
just remember
responding to saying, you know, Genesis doesn't plagiarize ancient Near
but
Eastern
I
mythology.
suggested, because like I'd known Michael for a little while at that point, and you know, I think everybody recognizes this, including himself. His voice kind of cracks when he talks, which is fine. I'm sure mine does that too.
Sure.
But it feels like he's just sort of. I thought at that point that he kind of leaned into it, you know.
It
And
seems
so
like the videos.
I suggested that we put at the beginning of the video a clip from The Simpsons with that kid that shows up perennially going, "Excuse me, sir. Here's your taco.
Oh,
How? Yeah,
Ah!
it did not. It went over. What did Jess used to say? It went over like a pregnant pole vaulter. That's what she.
Oh,
What
no.
an image.
It was it was bad.
Wow. Anyway,
I still
listen,
feel
our audience loved it. Michael less so. And
That's
not only-
fair, but also considering in the last few months, at least since September 11th of this past year, he's decided to throw in with the Christian nationalists, or properly put, nationalist Christians, because they are Nazis. Fuck them.
yeah,
That is
I sort of
Fair
feel
assessment.
less bad about it now.
that's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I
But,
guess
you know, Josh apologized, and that was it was a part 1 of 2 parts video, and we both felt bad enough about it that we never even did part 2.
Oh my
I
God,
think I
that's
still have a
right.
script somewhere, actually. It was like
Oh, wow.
3
I
or 4 years
remember
ago
that.
now.
We didn't do it because I felt so
So cancel
Lost
the
episode.
series.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong
Wow.
business, I think. I probably ought to.
People are, honestly.
It's a
I'm
good
not tough
script.
enough to be out here. Just not.
So we
Well,
were
you know.
the second video. I need to tell people this, because one of the great things about looking at the relationship between like ancient Near Eastern mythology and some of the stories in Genesis is that there's so many subtle little connections between these texts that lots of people just won't even catch them most of the time unless you really know the literature. And Josh and I spent an inordinate amount of time thinking about how this works in the modern world. And in the first video, we used as like an example, there's Josh and I are both big Seinfeld fans, and there was these a couple of my favorite episodes of Seinfeld are the ones with Keith Hernandez in it, and they came out at the same time that what's his name? Is it Oliver Stone's movie JFK came out, and what's the guy? What's the other guy who played Newman?
I call him Dwight.
Okay, you know the guy. I know you don't know. His last name is Knight, but he plays a part in the JFK movie too. And Seinfeld, they did this whole thing, like built on Oliver Stone's movie. If you had never seen the movies, you would never know it. Like, you wouldn't pick up on half the jokes, and the jokes are super funny because, you know, they presume your knowledge of this. So that's kind of how it works with this ancient literature. For the second video, we were gonna try and do something with Joan Jett's "I Love Rock and Roll" and Eminem's what's the song, Josh?
Remind me.
Remind me. Yeah.
You know, every
Oh, but-
time we talk about that, because I give that example so often,
Yeah.
every time, like without fail, a comment will show up afterwards saying, it's not actually Joan Jett's song. She got it from, and I never, even though I've seen the comment like 800 times, I still don't remember where the song originally came from.
Well, that's the best way to get engagement on
knows?
anything is to be wrong about an insignificant detail on the internet. You will get comments for days.
Right.
He's attached.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Well, thank you both so much for coming over.
Thank you.
It's one of my favorite things to hang out with scholars, and I realize we spent a lot of time dunking on Mike Jones, but that's fun too. I hope to catch
Always
you
fun.
both again soon. But for right now, we have another person who could not be with us tonight who wanted to share some thoughts. And when we come back, we're going to have another group of friends to hang out with. So stay tuned, folks.